Previously on Follow the Leader.
And I'll just show. If you're going to shit talk about people, maybe don't have the decency not to do it where they live, where they can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. Listen, we don't even know why our employer had us do this, right? He doesn't tell us.
Yeah, who is your employer, by the way?
Well, I probably shouldn't tell you.
Probably, but maybe. We don't have to tell anyone that you told us.
Make a diplomacy or intimidation roll.
It's all much of the same. Yep, that's fair. You know what? That's fair. I rolled a 9, listeners.
That's 9. Is anyone else interested in knowing, or are you going to let that one lie?
I'm interested in knowing.
Okay.
Let's see. Diplomacy, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Lancer Terramore. You know, the counselor, the real estate magnate.
We now return to your game, already in progress.
So we know there's stuff down here now, right? Like, some well-to-do woman wouldn't be asking people to come down here if there wasn't.
I mean, it's
just so.
I mean, it's entirely possible she just wants information. But I don't think... Yeah, no, looking's good. I think just, like, Ista's got, like, a little scowl of concentration, just, like, trying to put this together. And whether it is just a matter of expansion, but also, like, the puddles is only going to get worse. So what really is this about? Because this isn't somewhere where you're going to go build something new.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
there's got to be something down here.
Indeed. And so you go on.
Well, I suppose she... I was going to say, I suppose she shall have to requisition that information from the Pathfinders then.
And so you continue on. You find, I'll just move you a little further, a little boat. Crashing water and the occasional bit of flotsam from the sewers flows into this large, broad pool that fills an entire cavern and extends to the northwest. You think very vaguely, dimly, you think there's something on the other side of this pool. And a small cove stretches to the southeast where a barnacle-covered boat is moored. The craft is mostly filled with water, and the rope securing it to the shore is saturated and beginning to rot.
All right.
Are the rest of you guys...
Yeah, no, coming with.
Tagged.
I would love to be in something where I'm not currently over my head in waters. That sounds great. Bixby agrees.
Is. You seem like you're light enough not to sink this boat.
Uh-huh. Do I now?
Why don't you go explore?
Ist knows she's being baited, but also she does want to know is the thing.
So, I will say, the boat is currently full of water, but it looks like that's not from any holes in the hull, more from the fact that this area floods regularly. So if you dumped the water out, you would be able to probably use this boat, though it has no oars.
Yeah, I mean, I think both Mindy and Ist have staffs. So we can, if we can just tip the boat and tip the water out of it, and then if the water's not too deep, we can, punt.
That is true. The water is not too deep. It's only about 3 feet deep.
Oh, wicked. We can just punt across. Which is probably how a lot of the skiffs work. Rather than oars. It's very... It's just like...
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, do you just get in the boat and punt off to onto this underground?
Yeah, let us empty it of water and fill it with people.
Oh, are we all getting on this boat?
Yeah.
Are you scared?
I thought you wanted to be out of the water.
Does this boat look like it can support the weight of everybody in it?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
The
up.
boat is seaworthy. It's just been water has been dumped into it.
How are we doing for time under these?
It's probably been about an hour and a half.
Also, if you're in a boat, you don't really need to worry too much about rising water levels, do you?
Unless it hits the ceiling. Depends on how far it floods.
Best not take too long.
If these tunnels are completely filled with water, we will drown.
Then I guess we'd better get going.
Yeah, let's
Suppose we must.
board the boat and go check the other side.
You head off, and I'll tell you.
We do this.
You do this, and I'll tell you. As you punt across the water, something strange happens. A feeling of foreboding.
Let's leave.
We just leave. I mean, I guess we found.
We got rid of
Yeah.
We got rid of the big green things. Let's get out of here. We have technically done what we came down here to do. All I'm saying. I'm guessing we don't leave, but
Is it a turn back kind of feeling, or is it literally just an awareness of this?
It is a feeling, like a feeling of distant foreboding, almost metaphysical foreboding. As the lights from the torch, the ever-burning torch, and the glowing staff light this dark underground lake beneath the city in the center of the world. This just...
How big is this lake?
Not hugely big. It's not really a lake. It's more of a pond. But it's still, pretty gnarly. You see a rocky beach covered in bits of assorted refuse that meets the water to the southeast. To the northwest, what must have been a natural cavern wall partially collapsed some time ago by the settling ground on the water side, revealing an area of worked stone. The chamber within is large and constructed of pale green rock. Multiple rounded passageways worm their way to the northeast and southwest, while the grand staircase rises in the northwest.
Yo, dope.
Oh, there's a whole okay, cool. Awesome. I feel like we probably missed some things in the last section. My RPG
Yeah, we can pick it up on the way back.
failure to check every room. Failure to check every room is pinging in my brain. My completionist brain is going, no!
That's okay. That's what save scumming's for.
You didn't pass by anything that seemed wildly important.
Okay. Might not have been important, but what if it was good for the plot? What if it was character growth? What if we missed some important character
Zach would have
growth?
told us. He would have gently encouraged our characters' interactions.
It's true, he would have. All right. I very gratefully jump out of this rickety old boat.
Hey, Melinda,
Mm-hmm.
what does this architecture look like to you? You're like
It's a great question.
our archaeology major.
Roll archaeology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What does it look like to
With
me?
a 24 in
Yeah.
archaeology.
It looks...
With a 24.
It looks like some kind of temple.
Is that all I get from a 24?
I can tell you that these halls were given access to the city about 20 years ago. This is an old place. Erosion. Okay, so when the earthquake shook Absalom 20 years ago, it severely weakened the wall between the sewers and this area, this strange temple. Erosion did the rest of the rub, and you can tell that this only completely buckled and collapsed within the last few weeks. But you've learned that nothing has passed this way recently.
Okay. What kind of architectural style are we looking at here? Like, how old is this temple?
It's old, but not. It's very old.
As an archaeologist, I'm thinking, what kind of culture lived here? Who built?
I mean,
this?
The people of Absalom lived here. The thing to know about Absalom is that it has only ever been Absalom. Eridan dragged the island from the bottom of the sea and then built his city on it 5,000 years ago.
Got it.
And like it was.
Does it look like it could be from that time period?
No, this looks like it was definitely built by humans, wealthy humans. Maybe 1,000 or so years ago.
All right, I relay this information to my group members, while like taking a look around the room that we're in and reacting with like, oh, this is quite interesting. Look at this. This indicates that blah 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 blah. Generally nerding out in an academic way.
Yeah.
Such that I forget my fear.
Are these statues to left and right, or a pillar? Like, there's one that Melinda's moving towards, and there's one here.
Yeah, what's this? It does kind of look like an octopus or something. Zoom in.
It does. Sorry, let me see if I can see. Yes, about the clothes. Some of the stuff here is like from 500 to 1,000 years old. These statues are depicting like eel-like creatures, strange eel-like creatures, fishy monsters. And as you are moving in, you actually hear something groaning from above that grand staircase.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I cast shield on myself.
As you see, she's just hulking zombies begin to make their way down.
Really hoping that wasn't going to be it.
I mean, that's great for me.
They go and look at you. They're like weirdly like web-fingered and like fishy. And they look down at you and they go,
oh, you mean the drowned from Minecraft?
sure. Roll initiative. Everyone get a hero point for getting down here.
Hey. Thank you.
Gang. H2. That is you.
All right. So you said the zombies are at the top of the stairs?
Yeah, you can see them up there.
Oh, I can't see them yet, but that might be dynamic lighting.
Damn it either.
Yeah.
It's the dynamic lighter.
I'm going to check and see if that's a valid move.
Oh yeah, because they're outside of your light.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to move. I think it was 25 feet. So
Okay.
I'm moving closer to the stairs that they're on top of, and kind of trying to insinuate myself between them and the rest of the party, and I'm going to ready an action if one of them comes within swiping distance to take a swipe at them with my greatsword.
Hell yeah. Calamus, that's you.
Okay, look at this map. I guess I'll use 2... Well, let's see. Let me do some measuring first.
Oh, they are so big. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're big.
I told you.
You did.
So with one action, I can get to there. And I'd like Digby to follow me, so that would be 2 actions. Let me see where Digby can get to. Yeah, Digby can get right next to me. And then I want to stay behind the big robot, so let's see if I can do anything else. I'm going to raise my shield. That's what I can do.
Hell yeah. All right. These zombos come shuffling down the way. 25. It gets up to you with 2 actions.
Alright, so I get to take a swipe at it.
You get to take a swipe at it.
Jesus, it's so big.
Yeah, they're zombie brutes.
Fuck yes.
Hell.
H2.
Jesus.
Damn.
So that's a nat 20 to 28. That's a critical hit. You're going to double that 10 to 20. And
But they're zombies, so they take less from slashing, don't they? Or is that just
No.
skeletons?
they're zombies, so they take more from slashing damage.
Oh.
Zombies have
Get
a
wrecked.
weakness. Skeletons have a resistance to slashing damage. Zombies are weak to it. You chop 30 HP off this motherfucker. It's still up. But that was a big chunk of its
Oh
health.
my god.
These are big boys.
These are some chunky boys.
The second one comes down. It spends its whole turn getting into reach. Ist.
Alright. Perfect. I am going to do an amped telekinetic rend, which allows me to create 2 5-foot bursts. So I'm going to get both of these, get a burst on each of these current giant zombos. They need to make a fortitude save.
Make fortitude saves. Okay.
And it'll all be slashing damage, having seen how effective H2's sword was.
Don't you get to do both of them with if it's amped?
I do. That's why it's there's 2 sets of damage there, rather than just the one.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell! They both critically succeeded.
They both rolled a 28 against your 18, which is unfortunately
Fuck.
a critical success.
Damn.
Rude.
I think that is enough to seeing that freaks Ist out. And I cast shield with my final action. Like, oh no,
Reasonable.
oh no, oh no.
Mini rollers, that's you.
Okay, I am going to start by casting Shattering Gem on H2.
What does that mean?
So what that means is a large gem floats around the target, H2, in an erratic pattern. This gem has 5 hit points. Every time a creature strikes the target attempts a DC 11 flat check. That's H2 attempts a DC 11 flat check. On a success, the gem blocks the attack. So the attack first damages the gem and then applies any remaining damage to the target. If the gem is reduced to 0 hit points, it shatters, immediately dealing the creature that destroyed it 1d8 slashing damage.
Hell yeah.
That would be the zombie.
That would be the zombie. Wicked.
Hell yeah.
So that says it's a 1-action spell. I'm going to double check.
Yeah, I forgot to change
It's a
that
2-action
for basically
spell.
all of my spells.
Yeah, that's a 2-action.
2-action spell? Awesome. For my final action, I'm going to cast Shield again.
Reasonable. The last zombie comes down, kind of just crowding up. You've now got a bunch of zombies, but a lot of space. Round 2, it's H2.
Alright, I'm gonna take a swing at the zombie that's hurting.
All right. 16 will hit, dealing 7 damage, or 17 actually. Chop. Start to look really, really rough.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to swing at it again, which is probably not gonna hit, because I rolled a 5.
And 5 will unfortunately not hit.
So I'm going to do my entire round attacking this fucking guy.
A 10 will unfortunately not hit either. Do you not have any like special attack, like power attack or swipe or anything?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Calamus Palm, that is you.
Let's see. Everyone's looking okay on health, so I would like to attack the one that is with H2 right now. And let's go ahead and do another telekinetic projectile.
All right, that'll hit. Who are you swinging that on?
The one, because I'm still on ruler. This one with H2.
Cool. That is a 19 that will hit, dealing 20 damage as long as you use a sharp rock.
Yeah. Yeah, well, definitely. I don't have much else down here but rocks, so.
Mm-hmm. Because telekinetic projectile can do bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, depending on what you throw. If you throw a sharp rock, that's slashing.
Oh, yeah, let's throw a sharp rock and do slashing. I didn't even read that part of the spell. Sweet. And then, so question. Every round, do you have to raise your shield at the end of it again?
Yes.
Okay.
Not necessarily at the end of it, but you raise it, and it's raised until the end of your next turn.
Okay, then let's go ahead and just raise my shield. I'm going to let Dixby hang out right now.
Cool. Dixby goes. All right. The zombie is on death's door, but is still up, which means it gets to do its whole turn of attacks on your friend and ours, H2.
Glad I didn't rage.
As it goes. 23?
Does hit.
Your...
But wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
roll
yeah.
a D20.
The Shattering Gem.
D20.
Every time a creature strikes a target. So, H2, roll a DC 11 flat check. Just roll a D20.
That's a 13. It's going to take some of this damage.
So the gem blocks the attack. The attack first damages the gem.
So it takes 5 of that, which means you take 7 bludgeoning damage and are pushed 5 feet back by the force of the strike. But it explodes, and it's going to need to make a roll your D8 of slashing damage. Jesus Christ.
I got a 3. Wow, okay.
Unfortunately, it rolled a nat 20, which means that it takes no damage. You could, if you'd like, spend a hero point to force a reroll.
I think I'm going to do that. I have 2 left.
2.
I will spend a hero point.
I will roll again.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It got another nat 20.
This is Zach. This happens with Zach so often.
Oh.
This is
He
illegal.
does look contrite. To be fair, dear listeners, Zach does look contrite about this.
What the fuck? I just spent a hero point for it to reroll another nat 20.
That's some bullshit. I won't deny.
That is some bullshit.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, because the thing is, it just had to do 1 damage of slashing and it would have killed this thing. But it didn't.
Yeah!
And so it moves. Actually, no. It doesn't even have to move because it's got a reach of 10. It's going to swing again on you.
Rude.
17. That'll miss.
Does not hit.
Next is this one.
Yeah, tanky.
Who is going to move up and swing on Mindy.
Oh, what?
They gotta stop hitting H2 at some point.
Is a 19 to hit Mindy?
I have my shield up, which gives me +1 circumstance bonus to AC.
So you currently have a 16 AC. Though if you have mage armor, that's 17. Did you cast mage armor this morning? So you have 17, 19 still hits.
Damn.
You take 9 bludgeoning damage and are knocked back 5 feet from its improved push ability.
Awesome.
Yes, that's you.
Cool.
I'd like to...
Did I take 9 points of damage?
These things are just like walk around just swinging like huge meaty arms, knocking your friends a boot.
I want to see what I know about zombies, please. I'd like to recall knowledge.
All
See
right,
if I
that'd
can
be
come
religion.
up with anything else. Can I not roll occultism for zombies?
They are not occult creatures. Zombies are undead, which are the circle of life or death, which is religion.
Maybe I'll roll good. I did roll good! Holy shit, that's a 19 on the die for a 21.
They're zomboys. They're zombies. These are zombie brutes. It's 21. They are big, burly, not very bright, obviously. They are mindless, though, so you can't really trick them with emotion effects or mental effects. But they're big, they're slow, they're extremely, fortitudinous. They have really big health pools. Their AC is not great. Their reflex is dog shit. Their will is also not great. They're also slow. They can only use 2 actions per turn.
Okay.
And these guys are big enough that they can swing and push you. If they hit you, you go back 5 feet.
Yeah. How do they deal with fire? Any particular weaknesses, or is it just the slashing?
No weakness or resistance. They are also weak to positive damage.
Alright,
Healing.
Yeah, Chalet, if you happen to have that. Calamus. Okay, cool. Thank you. I am going to indulge in a little bit of not home brewing per se, but it's something that we talked about, which is I'm going to use telekinetic projectile, and what it's going to do is take one of the bottles on my alchemist bandolier and fling it at the face of one of these zombies. Let's try and clear one off the board. I'll aim for the one.
So, just before you do this,
Yes.
is this an elixir of life that you're trying to use?
No. It is
Okay.
not.
It's a fireball.
It's an alchemist's fire.
Fantastic. Yeah. Then roll your occult, your telekinetic projectile. It'll take 2 actions, but it'll do fire damage.
Yeah. I'm rolling to hit with the telekinetic projectile, and then I'll roll with my alchemist's fire because the damage is set up for that.
Sure.
So that's a
16 will hit.
to hit, and I will do alchemist's fire. Because I committed to it.
Through 4 fire damage, which is enough to take that thing out.
And the one next
And
to
it does
takes
1.
Yeah.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
But yeah, I think the visual of this is just like this little homemade mason jar-esque looking thing flies off of Ist's belt to smack into this zombie's face, and before it has a second to even recognize it, the contents when they reach air just like Merv in Home Alone when the hat catches fire. It's that just sort of instant little poof.
Yeah. It just,
Alright, that's
it just
me.
burns and falls down. Mindy Melrose.
All right. To start with, I am gonna take some steps this way.
Cool.
Get myself out of range of this thing. And now I'm gonna cast Electric Arc. Are these 2 creatures within 30 feet of range
They
of
are
each other?
both within 30 feet of you and each other, so you can do it.
Yeah!
They both make reflex saves, which is their worst save. You're fucking kidding me.
Oh my god.
There's no fucking way.
Oh.
Why do these things keep rolling nat 20?
One of them fails normally and takes the full 7 electrical damage. Zap. But the other one rolls a nat 20. I don't know. Dude. I don't know.
Roll 20 hates me today.
All right, that's you. Next
Anyways,
is
that's my turn.
Brute,
Yeah.
who's gonna boom, boom, lumber over to Ist and thump a fist towards the Ist. 22.
That hits.
You get thumped in the chest by this fist for 17 damage.
Fuck off. Huh?
And you go flying 5 feet back.
Damn. You don't have that many. You have that many, but like you don't have that many more.
Asking for a friend, how many spells do I get to cast today? I still have not written that down.
Jesus Christ. Sorry. Well, you get to prepare a number of spells at the beginning of each day. Probably 3.
Which I only have 3, so...
Yeah.
Oh, do I have access to the whole list at all times? Is that what that's saying?
At the beginning of every day, you go to the full list of common primal spells, and you can choose 3 of them to cast. You can also choose to cast one of them, like the same one multiple times. You prepare individual castings.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood how that works.
All right. I'm glad
That is fair.
that we have figured this out 3 sessions in.
I just look. Everyone's dying, and I want to know if I can heal again today or not.
How many? What have you cast? You cast heal once. Is that the only spell you've cast?
Yeah,
That's the only spell. Everything else has been cantrips.
Then we can say that you've prepared another casting of heal and then one more spell of your choice at this moment. But normally you need to make that decision at the beginning of the day.
Well, I'm gonna look at these 2 that I have. Yeah, I want animal allies. At this point, I should just prepare 3 heals.
That's the thing to do. You could also, for the record, invest into the medicine skill or the nature skill with an actual medicine skill feat. So you could just treat wounds out of combat with a skill roll, which heals 2d8 hit points if you succeed. Or just stock up on potions. Lots of ways to heal in this game. But the heal spell is certainly a powerful one.
Yeah.
I also have a feat called Crystal Healing.
Mindy also has.
I just super misunderstood that. I thought I picked 3 that I wanted, and those were the 3 that I had.
That's how it works for sorcerers. Though they get to pick more and cast them as they choose during the day. You're a prepared caster, which means you choose from your available list.
I see now.
It's
Whoops.
not a huge deal. H2. It is H2's turn.
So are both of these guys hurt, or is it just the one that's next to Ist, or nearest Ist?
The one that thumped Ist is a little bit hurt. The other one is untouched.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go step up to the one that thumped Ist.
Okay.
5-foot step, is that an
That's an
action?
Yeah.
Okay. So I only get 2 swings at this guy, but I am going to make those swings count.
All right. That's a pretty good swing. That's a 17 to hit, which will hit, dealing 26 damage because you rolled a 16 and you get a plus 10 from its weakness.
And then I'm going to come back around for another swing on it.
Dealing an additional 24 damage with an 18 rolled, even with a -5 from your second attack penalty. That's going to hit. It's going to do a chunk of damage. This thing is looking rough. Its head turns to look at you. And that is your turn. Calamus, that is you.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's dying the most? Raise your hand. Oh, Jesus Christ, everyone.
Not everyone. H2 is looking fine.
Yeah, I've also got, like, healing potions on me.
Okay. Well, then let's get Mindy over here.
I'll give you a little piece of advice.
Huh.
You could roll, spend 3 actions to heal everything within 30 feet.
I forgot about that part of it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. We're gonna do 3 actions, which is... Does that carry the second where it's +8?
It does not.
Oh,
It's just it's a D8, but it's to everyone within 30 feet, including the zombies.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and do that, because I think everyone is in 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it'll hurt the zombies.
So...
And it will hurt the zombies. They'll get a fort saves against it, but if they fail, even if they succeed, they'll take half damage. Cool. Everyone heals
They'll take 2
2
hit points.
hit
I'm
points.
sorry.
No, it's still good.
That's a success. Okay, they both succeed, which means they take 1 damage, increased to 11 from their weakness.
So fuck yeah.
All right.
The zombie brute that thumped Ist that H2 just chopped against is on death's door. The other one just took a little bit of damage.
Wow.
That is Palm. Next is this zombie brute, who's going to step forward and swing on Palm. Oh boy, 28.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's gonna hurt.
What's your AC?
17.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
So-
no.
That's a crit.
So
on
that
you.
hit.
That's a crit.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ, I'm down.
Here. That's more hit points than you
I have
have.
28 hit points and you rolled a 32.
Galmus takes 32 bludgeoning damage, flies back 5 feet, thumps to the ground, knocked out.
Guess I'll be Digsby on my next turn.
Unfortunately, Digsby does not yet have the independence to move when you have not commanded him.
No.
But we have a whole round to make you not be dead anymore. You are currently dying 1, and you'll be making a recovery check at the beginning of your next turn unless someone heals you in the meantime. Oh, sorry, actually, you're dying 2 because you were crit on.
Fuck. Okay.
Fun.
But that's that guy's whole turn. Next is Est.
Alright, I am going to run over to Calamus, and I will pull the elixir of life that I have on my belt, my second one of those that I made, the ones that aren't as good, but you know, it's fine. I'm still learning how to make them. Oh, I take it back! I take it back. I'm amazing.
Nice. You did it.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I will help Calamus up to standing with my final action.
All right, Calamus is back at 6. No longer dying, but wounded 1. Calamus is got a little dent in their cactus body.
Just weeping aloe vera, just instead of blood.
Mindy Melrose, that is you.
All right. So this one's at death's door.
Yeah, and that one's also rearing back to start fucking swinging.
Mm-hmm. Definitely the one to go for.
And then this one's, like, fine. Awesome. I'm gonna go for the cantrip that I prepared today that has the ability to do damage.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
You rolled a 17. As long as I don't... Well, you didn't roll... So, again, you don't roll an attack for Electric Arc. It's a saving throw.
Oh, okay. This is a saving throw. Okay, got it.
That one is...
I don't know why
I've
this...
got you. I've got it.
You gotta untalk it. So I'm gonna roll
Got it.
with a +3. And as long as I don't roll a 20 on the die, use...
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
That's a 9! Zap!
Yeah!
The zombie's dead!
Woo!
Which means
Nice.
it doesn't get
I
to...
think I could probably get both of them because it's electric
They're
arc.
not
so
Oh,
next
right,
to each
yeah.
other. They have
No, but it's... No, they don't have to be adjacent for Electric Arc.
I think they have to be within 30 feet of each other.
Within 30 feet of you and each other, which they are.
Yeah.
That's another failure. Another guy takes 6.
Nice.
Slowly whittling down this third guy. Round 4. H2.
Thank you for fixing my character sheet, Jade.
All right. I'm gonna do some things.
Ooh.
All right.
First thing I'm gonna do is I am going to let out a synthetic screech as I rage.
Fuck yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me adjust my AC really quick and give myself some temporary hit points. And then I'm going to move up upon this zombie that I have just seen put a dent in my comrade. And I am going to take a swipe.
Nice.
And that's +2 damage.
Unfortunately, a 15 is not enough.
Ah, damn!
And it's also likely more than +2 damage.
Well, I mean, it's +2 on the roll.
Well, no. Because what's your instinct?
Fury instinct.
Then it is actually 6 plus 6 damage.
Is it?
Yes. The rage does +2 unless you have an instinct, in which case it increases to your instinct's rage bonus.
Oh.
Which for a fury is 6. Yes. I will say, you have a hero point if you'd like to spend it. You have 2
Yeah,
if you'd like.
I would like to spend a hero point to re-roll that.
Oof. Well, that becomes a 19, which will hit. You roll a 1, a 9, because the house roll we have in place, that's a 19, which means you deal 8 plus 6, 14 plus 10, 24 damage. It's still up, but it's looking hurt. That is you, Calamus. You have been healed and pulled upright by your good friend Ist.
Hey. What'd that do for my health?
You're
You're at 6 HP.
I am not in melee with this, so I think I want to move out a little bit as one of my actions.
Okay. I mean, I'll let you. Like, looking at the state of the board, H2 is like in front of it. Will take any hits, so you don't need to worry right
Okay.
now about being in its melee range. And if you move away, you will lose an action that you could use to cast a spell or command Digby.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's just go another telekinetic projectile then for my last 2 actions.
For your first 2 actions.
Yeah, my first 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
My brain just skipped. Boop.
That's pretty good. That'll deal 22 damage. 19 on the die. 19 roll. This thing's looking very, very hurt. Digby
but-
looks to you.
Yeah. I would like to command Digsby to go chomp it.
Digby runs around to flank with H2.
Yeah, because I don't think its claws are like slashing or anything.
His claws would be slashing, his jaws would be piercing.
Oh, well, let's do claws because that's like an extra bonus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do slashing with the claws.
fantastic. That's going to hit.
It's Digsby, be better than me, why don't you?
Actually, because these things have an AC of 15 and Digsby is flanked, that's a critical hit, which means Digsby does 22 damage to a thing with
Jesus
7
Christ!
hit points left. Digsby brings it down.
fuck yeah, Digby.
Nice.
Fuck
How
yeah,
is Digsby the
Digby!
strongest motherfucker here.
Give it up for the badger.
I told you,
Oh my
Digby
God.
MVP!
animal companions are no joke.
Jesus, apparently.
He clambers onto it, snorting.
Alright, you get 2 cookies this time and throws 2 cookies to Digsby.
Hell yeah. Digsby loves it.
Like, hot damn, little guy.
So you all stand in the center, in this first chamber. The zombies had come down from a higher chamber, and it is now quiet.
I look at Calamus and go, do you know detect undead? Can you detect undead?
No.
Cool. That's okay.
I can
forgive you.
I can detect magic.
To be fair, detect undead is not something in this game.
Okay. Like, I didn't even think that was an option.
Never mind. Yeah, it's not. That's a different game.
Before we move out of this chamber, I'm gonna pull the last 2 elixirs of life I have, the ones that we got from Rain, out, and hand one to Calamus and have one myself.
Cheers.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Cheers. I probably have one as well.
How much do those
Do I?
heal?
1d6.
Okay.
I do not have any more of those left. I have taken
Right.
mine already.
Oh, and I can clear my
Um,
dying too, can't I?
Yes, you're no longer dying 2, but you are wounded 1.
Okay.
Yeah, being wounded, you have to use treat wounds to stop. It's like effective. It's like magic healing won't treat a wound, and if you are wounded and you get reduced to 0 again, it increases your dying level because your body's already
Weird.
taken damage.
So I would go straight back to 2, right?
Yeah. Unless you were
Yeah.
crit on, in which case you'd go down to 3.
I just die.
But
well,
treat
you
wounds
die at 4.
is pretty. A lot of it. Anyone could, I think, do treat wounds if you're trained in medicine or have natural healing. So, unfortunately,
Yes.
I do not.
So.
So.
Trained in medicine, and you need healer's tools.
I'm not trained in medicine.
Something to think about.
I
So,
probably should, yeah.
there's a couple things. There's an area to the north. There's an area to the south. There's the northwest grand staircase that the zombies came down.
I think we should go up the stairs first because we've got to come back to the lake, right? So we can check the north and south on the way out.
All right.
Or we can.
Hope we don't have to fight anything.
Or we
else.
can check north and south first.
Well, I'm certainly not walking in front. So, whoever H2, why don't you choose our direction because you're going to be leading the way.
H2 kind of looks at Mindy and looks at Ist and says, "We have to pass back this way. Let's go up the stairs." And so I start heading up the stairs.
I am right behind you.
All right. So
Ooh, this dynamic lighting is hell on my computer for some reason.
So this wide gallery is lined with a colorful mural depicting a figure performing some sort of magical ritual over an expanse of ocean. His arms raised, he beckons to something beneath the waves and is answered by a frothing, foaming section of the water that hints at a massive shape rising. To the northwest, stars rise to another large room. An elegantly carved figure towers, combining the body of an eel with the visage of a horrifying deep-sea fish with 4 grasping tentacles.
Cool.
You remember how our employer said something about things and seals and evil? I'm beginning to think that we might have found a seal.
I don't know. It looks more like a fish.
You were the one who made that crafting check when you entered, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that the artistry of the mural and the statue is of the highest quality and likely cost hundreds of gold pieces each to build.
And Mindy was able to, clock this place as being, 1,000-ish?
1,000, 500 to 1,000 years old.
Okay. Does any of you know anything about gods and stuff, or demons? I'm more into weird shit, and while I appreciate that this definitely qualifies as weird shit, I don't think it's that my kind of weird.
Would this be a
religion check?
It would be a religion. You could also roll occult, actually, to identify the statue.
Oh, I can roll occult for this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also do that. But by all means, somebody else roll religion as well.
Oh,
I will roll
I
religion.
just rolled an occultism check and got a fucking nat 1.
I got a 17 on an occultism check.
You recognize that statue. Yes. That is a statue depicting Dagon, the demon lord of the sea monsters, and deformity.
Yay.
You know, I didn't know that people in... I don't know there was much cause for worshipping the demon god of the sea in Absalom, but guess it takes all sorts.
Indeed. This seems like it was at one point a temple of Dagon.
Yeah. People put so much money into this place.
And as you're looking around, you do find a couple of things.
Ooh.
You find a hollow amulet in the shape of an unblinking eye. Inside of the cavity looks like a scrap of text.
Is it common?
Yeah, it's like talking about some sort of occult thing. You also find a potion of some kind and a silver bowl decorated with a sea motif clustered around the bottom of the statue.
These look like
Offerings?
These look like they might be offerings of some kind. We might not want to take them.
I mean, if Dagon was going to take him, I think he would have done by now.
It's the principle of the matter.
The principal of the matter just tried to cave my chest in. I don't really give a shit.
You do what you want.
Oh,
If it brings the god's wrath upon you,
Yep.
it's none of my business.
you're
To be
right.
fair, Dagon is not a god. He's a demon lord.
Ah.
That's better.
Yeah, can I
That's better.
the iconography and stuff while we look around?
Mhm.
Yeah, I tell you what I do. I like, because I carry my staff like across my back. It's mostly for poking purposes. I will hit people with it if I need to, but like getting through crowds when you're short.
Sure.
I will use the tip of my staff to
course.
pull the offerings off the bottom of the statue, because Mindy might be annoying, but that doesn't mean she's totally wrong. And if nothing
Mhm.
explodes, I'll pick them up and try to identify them.
Nothing indeed explodes. Give me an occultism check.
Thank you. 16.
Yeah, that is a pendant of the occult, which is, while you wear it, you get a +1 bonus to occultism checks, and you can cast guidance as an occult innate spell.
Nice.
And then the potion is a potion of water breathing.
Cool. Is the bowl just
Solid. How much time do we have left down here?
About 3 hours.
is the bowl just decorative then?
Yeah, it's probably worth about 7 gold pieces.
I'll take it. I know.
Really, 1,000-year-old bowl?
I mean, I do know like at least 6 different places in the Grand Bazaar that could make you one of these. Just as good, if not better.
It's a cultural
I
artifact.
take hold of Mindy's wrist very gently and just slap the bowl into her open palm. For the historical appreciator of us and our little group, you keep that.
Oh my god.
I look bad, but I do put it in my bag.
Incredible. And then you got 2 areas, the north and one to the east. One to the south.
Nice.
There's an area to the north. Oh, to the north of the.
Yeah.
down here.
H2's going to go to the one to the north,
I'll follow you.
since she's a impromptu leader at the moment.
You see bits of saturated parchment, fragments of wood, and other detritus floating on the surface of the 2-foot deep water in this room. Small niches are carved up and down the walls, each space only a few inches square, but nearly a foot deep. The niches to the north are mostly destroyed by the partial collapse of the surrounding wall, and a deep crack runs at an angle across it. To the east, a statue of a hippocampus rears up, and its eyes roll back as if in pain. A trident made of corroded metal protrudes from a wound in its side. Behind the statue on the wall are carved the words Ex Prothix.
Does that mean anything to you? Said to Mindy.
I don't know. Does that mean anything to me?
You can roll society to find out.
Okay. Can do. 27.
Yes, you recognize the hippocampus. The hippocampus is one of the mascots of the city of Absalom. A hippocampus, for the record, is a mermaid horse, fish horse. Right, that's what a hippo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's also a thing, but the mythical.
It's also part of the brain.
It's also
yeah.
part of the brain. Mythical hippocampus is a seahorse. Magical, big seahorse. And Ex Prothis is the city's motto, meaning first among equals.
I relay this information.
And you find, with that 27, a lot of these are all scroll niches, like to put scrolls in. Most of them are empty, but one of them is not. You find an airtight bone scroll tube sticking out of one. And inside of it is a deed.
Oh.
A deed for a playhouse in the district as well as the surrounding neighborhood.
I see. I take hold of this thing and say, interesting. I roll it back up. I put it back into the put it back into the scroll case, and walk back to our companions.
All right.
Sorry, did we explore this room? Or is this the room with the scrolls?
The one to the north is, I just described the whole thing rather than having you like go square by square.
Got it.
Yeah.
So this is where the scroll is, I'm guessing. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Are you folks gonna explore the rest of it? Or what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, no, I mean, while we're here.
So to the south, there's a lot of broken and rusted and corroded chains, like having at one point been put into the wall. And as you move around, like oh, this might be those zombies might have been like locked up here for some reason. And as you pass, you see a prominent hole has opened in the western wall of one of the passages here from the opposite side. Some of the bricks have crumbled and fallen, or perhaps been knocked loose, creating a small opening in the room beyond. And the walls of this inner room show signs of being scratched and clawed.
That's fine.
This
That's
is fine.
That's normal.
I love when things are fine.
Fine and cool and normal.
Hello?
Hello?
Is that the sound of voices that reached mine ears?
No.
I mean, yes.
No.
Should we be further in?
Yeah, this is the spot that I'm telling you about. Right where you were, just a second ago.
Wicked.
Yeah. Yeah, you see there's reinforcing bars. It's a very thick wall. Give me a crafting roll, Ist.
Okay. 20 for a crafting check.
It looks like this is something that recently collapsed and then has been slowly, whatever's inside has been slowly clawing their way out, and are a few weeks of concerted effort from succeeding. You also see across, with your dark vision, you see on the wall across from the hole is scratched the word Kandrin's Wish over and over. It says, I hear scurrying out there. Are you salvation or damnation?
Are you?
I mean,
Am I?
who are you? No offense, like we're just Pathfinders, you know.
I was called Marcon Tinol. Thou art living? Yes.
Are you?
And you see something with gray mottled skin and gleaming red eyes look furtively at you through the hole. A ghoul. If you'd like, I can give you the questions the book expects you to ask
Yes,
this
please.
character.
Man, that ghoul art is fantastic. This motherfucker's played by Doug Jones in the movie. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the poise in
100%.
that hand. That's a Doug Jones hand right there.
He is wearing, this guy is wearing clothing. His clothes look extremely old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I've been hinting at the why should we trust you?
Yeah.
So that would be Calamus's question.
To be fair, he hasn't asked you to do anything yet, so it wouldn't necessarily follow.
Mm.
Who put you in there?
My secret, that is, to keep, it burns in my mind, a secret to bargain with. I know much, and greatly does a family in Absalom fear my secret. Prithee, I beg you, free me. Guide me to the surface, and I will share with you what I know. Perhaps then I can know peace.
Go on. Now you can ask your question, Calamus.
Hey, why should we trust you? Because, yeah, that's.
Canst thou imagine the rage I feel? My heart beats not, and yet it burns for vengeance. To speak the truth is my greatest desire. Know thee this, my jailers were not men of law, but base criminals. No just sentence do I serve.
Would someone like to ask who they were? Because I think that's on there.
He gave his name, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but who, you said criminals put you there. Who?
If I cannot say unless I am freed. It is the only leverage I have left.
Yeah, you gotta understand how bad this looks from our perspective, right?
You said it was a powerful family, right? Connected to...
Yes. Aye.
Was it the Ilnadars, by any chance?
The name is unfamiliar.
Alright, it's just because we found, like, a name while we were poking around down here, you know. It's possible they're not in Absalom anymore. Like, no offense, but you definitely don't talk like people much around these days. What? How long have you been here?
Verily, I know not. Time has passed. In and out of sleep how I've drifted for so long. There is no sun down here.
Yeah, I don't know if sun's going to do you many favours. Do you know what you are?
Nothing living.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't have to be the one to tell you.
If you'd like, you can be a society roll to try to figure out when he's from.
Yeah, I'll look to Mindy as well because she knows, like, history and is just a smart cookie all around. She might be a fucking baby, but...
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm gonna pick my way down here and be like, oh, goodness gracious. And then I'm gonna roll, is this a society check or an archaeology check?
So, I guess archaeology would also work.
Cool.
Because it's a...
15.
Yeah, he is speaking in a style and wearing clothes, but 500 years out of date.
Okay. So I sort of give the a hand wave and go, about 500 years ago. Give or take a few tens.
I was prisoned here, chained and bricked up behind that same wall. I slept, died. I woke and broke thy chains, searched for escape, but there was none. So slept again I did, till the ground shook. Since then I drifted and chipped. A crack I noticed. From the shaking, this hole is all I have created.
What?
Alright, everybody huddle up. I'm like, everybody come here for a second. I'm like, pull us all down, like slightly further down in the hallway. I turn back to this guy and go, hold on a moment.
I return to my pick.
So, he's gonna get out no matter what we do within a fairly short amount of time.
Do any of you know how a ghoul is formed? Like, I know, you hear stories, but how does someone become a ghoul?
Can I make a religion check to see if I know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Woo! That's a
Damage
you
too.
So ghouls, generally, it's a disease, ghoul fever, a necrotic disease that kills them and then rises them afterwards. Ghouls spread it. But, there's also a lot of times in areas of darkness and strong negative energy, it can just seep into a person who has died and raise them.
Like a temple to a demon lord.
Yeah, is he acting like you would expect a ghoul to act like?
I mean, ghouls can run the gamut. They are intelligent undead. They're not like zombies. But, they're hungry. They eat corpses, generally. But, a lot of them are evil. Yeah. There's even a whole kingdom of them called Nemret Noctoria down in Garund in the Darklands. But, they are, to a certain extent, people, though people who are generally, cursed and like, tormented by their status. Or they give in to it.
We could send some other Pathfinders back for him.
Or we could take him up with us.
I guess.
I consent to shackles, to bindings. My story must be told. My secret must be relayed.
Yeah, no, I think we should do this.
None of this is concerning for you? That none of the things he's saying are concerning?
If somebody gets locked away because they have a secret, that's pretty concerning to me, especially given that we know that What's-Her-Face on the city council was really keen to find something down here and who she is in bed with.
I'll also tell you, H2.
At that, I go, oh, right.
I'll also say H2. You would know that if he's got some sort of unfinished business, allowing him to perform it could allow his spirit to pass on.
Okay.
Hand is the scroll case.
Okay, thank you. What is this?
I found it. I gesture for her to open it up. Like, we found this in the North Room. This is probably what that lady was looking for. Probably not this guy.
Poco nos dos. But yeah, I'll open the deed.
Either way, it could be possible for him to find some peace if we bring him to the surface. Either through sharing his secret or through our blades if need be.
She's a point.
H2's a pragmatist.
Yes, we've dealt with worse.
Yeah, I mean, I have no arguments against that.
When Ist figures out what this piece of paper is, definitely does swear, but in like a good way. Pops that back away and into a pocket. Yeah, let's get. What did you say your name was again? I'm sorry. I got punched in the chest by a really big zombie earlier, and it's making it kind of hard to think.
I am was called Marcone Tinol.
Marcone. All right, good name. I'm Ist.
Do we know who this person is? Can we? What do we roll for that?
You could roll society.
Yeah.
Probably don't.
Oh, 22.
That's pretty good. Whoever this guy was, he lived 500 years ago and was not important enough that you know the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think that, as much as anything, just like this is just a normal person that got fucking walled away. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, he was just some guy.
It might be like a little chaotic neutral, but that doesn't mean like they're just a little guy. If somebody came along and like bricked them up somewhere, they'd be pissed as hell. So yeah, let's start.
Once I was a scribe, a keeper of accounts.
Oh.
The secrets I uncovered, they will shake at least one family's fortunes.
Well, hopefully when we get back, you can tell some Pathfinder agents all about it. And then they'll be able to act on that knowledge.
I'm going to start, like, hacking at bits of the wall.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
A lot of you working together can pretty easily smash this wall open and allow Marcone out.
Hell yeah.
Please tell me we don't have to fight him. Please tell me we don't have to fight him.
No, he's just very happy to be free.
Oh, thank God.
Also, the fact that he's like, I know he's a ghoul, but also like, so many goblins are also grey-skinned with red eyes. So this is just like, I have like 3 different uncles that look like this guy, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
He says, verily, wilt thou bind me?
I mean, we probably should, just in case something like sets you off or whatever. But like, don't feel good about it.
I will say, Ist, with that 22 society check,
Yeah.
and having seen the word Kandran's wish scribed on the wall
Many times. Yeah.
many times, you do know that House Kandran is one of the houses of Absalom. Currently is led by Goodman Hugan of House Kandran, who's a member of the Ground Council and first Harbor Master.
All right. I'll.
Whatever this guy's thing is all about, has to do with that guy's family. Granted, 500 years ago, but
Still, yeah. Let's just head on up. I mean, I only have rope. I don't carry manacles.
mhm.
Yeah, I've got rope.
He willingly submits to being bound.
Yeah. Let's
This is-
back in the boat, back through the sewers.
Yeah. As we're leaving, I go, somehow I thought he meant in a more metaphysical binding type way.
No.
Is it ever uncomfortable, like thinking that hard about things?
Me?
You go back through.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It takes just, not too long. The water is starting to slowly rise a little bit as you go, but you quickly return to the playhouse. As you enter, Zuzgat says, all right, well, holy fuck!
Your Majesty.
What is that?
Your Majesty.
What?
Come on.
What is that?
We found this.
This is Marcone.
Okay, it's a ghoul.
Yes, Your Majesty. I'm aware.
What? This is the regent of this land. And he falls to his knees and bows.
I just look between him
Right.
and the king. Just like,
Oh, all right, sure. Okay,
And
yeah,
He's got information.
how are you going to get that down the city? This ain't fucking Geb.
Yeah, well,
He had information that was relevant 500 years ago.
yeah, look, I'll pinch something out of the old costume storage. Fine, just cover him up a little bit.
Okay, I mean, can I have a word?
What?
I'm just saying, we just got out of the fucking Gravelands.
It's
You've
one
seen what
ghoul.
undead can do to
It's
people.
one goal.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay. Is the DC affected because I am trying to convince my dad of this?
Yeah,
Wicked. That's fair. That's fair.
that's still,
I'll
that's still
try
not
harder.
very
I've got a
good.
hero point. I'll try harder. I make my eyes go really big.
Please, Father.
Daddy, please.
You're
come on,
lucky.
Dad. It's gonna be fine.
You're lucky you're my fucking darling. That's what I'm saying to you.
What? It's fine. Oh, I got something for you.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Mindy found it. To her credit. I'm now speaking in Goblin because I cannot let Mindy know that I'm saying something nice about her.
Uh-huh.
And hand over the deed.
Do I speak Goblin?
No.
I don't
No,
speak
you
Goblin.
fucking don't. I checked. But yeah.
I have one blank because I couldn't think of all the different languages I wanted to know, but I do have one more that I could learn.
Don't do this to
Or
me.
rather,
This
I
is
could have known.
funnier if you don't.
That's way funnier.
Yeah,
this
and
way,
I will do like a little like sleight of hand and just like pull the deed out, just fully unraveled, and hand it to him.
Well, how about that? He reads it.
Legit
Most goblins, a lot of
ownership.
goblins can't read, but you're all
Okay.
pretty literate here because he loves theater so much. Well, I suppose that changes some things, doesn't it?
Doesn't it though?
Folks, my esteemed subjects, this brave Pathfinder has given us a bonny gift. The kingdom of Zuzgut is legal. And everyone fucking loses their mind.
I'm looking at Ist like, you did what now? I thought we were bringing that to our jobs. Excuse me?
What?
And people just start crying, like people just start shouting, "You be heroes, you be heroes, you be heroes!" He says, "All right, get that thing all wrapped up so that the people outside don't freak the fuck out. Best of luck to you and your jobs. You killed the obviously you got the monsters.
Oh yeah, complicated. It's fine. There was also some like really big zombies down there, but took care of that too.
Did you get that? Well, that's how the Pathfinders do it. All right.
Oh, did you see what
That's
happened
nice.
to those mercenaries? By the way,
I think I saw they kind of snuck back in and then snuck out. They look like they got some shiners on them.
oh, but yeah, they got, and I can't remember her name, but I'll say to him that it was the councilwoman who sent them, and that we should probably be aware.
All right, I'll keep an eye out, and maybe our new friendship with the Pathfinder Society will help protect us a bit from such nefarious actors. Not the right kind of actors that we like to have here at the theatre.
I die.
Right, well.
So, you make your way through the city, back to the Grand Lodge, where Venture Captain Drandaldrang awaits. His normal, unflappable kind of tricksy demeanor is shocked to see a living, peaceful ghoul this far away from Geb. And he is equally gobsmacked when Marcon Tinol tells his story. See, the thing that happened was, long ago, he was an accountant for House Kandrin. At the time, it was a rather unimportant, if moderately wealthy part of the nobility who owned many shipping concerns and dealt with sea trade. Though the heavy taxes and fees levied upon them made it difficult to build upon their successes, until their fortunes changed overnight. Their wealth began to grow beyond any projections the bookkeeper could have made. He was brushed aside in his confusion by the patriarch at the time, but he discovered the truth after a fair bit of investigation. The family had hired a wizard to cast Wish, guaranteeing the family freedom from taxation and fees forever.
Fucking tax dodgers.
The world changed, and no one knew. They have been evading taxes in the city for 500 years and have grown to the point where their current patriarch sits on the council of the city. To keep him from telling anybody this, the current Kandrin patriarch walled him away and left him to die. This is slightly complicated in the fact that Goodman Hugin Kandrin, the current head of the family and harbor master, is also a well-known friend or harbors an openly secret friendship with the freedom-loving country of Andoran and has long been bankrolling freedom fighters.
Openly secret.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of open secrets around here, but that's
Yeah.
just what life is like.
That's just what life was like, I guess amongst the Pathfinders at least. So here's the thing, and it's not a decision you necessarily have to make, but if the Kanjans were exposed now, hundreds or thousands of gold pieces going towards their personal bankrolling of freedom fighters across the Inner Sea would go into the Absalom tax system.
I see. Well, we don't have to deal with this. This
You
is above
don't.
our pay grade.
This is the thing. I mean, there is something to be said for personal philanthropy versus government projects. But for the
So
time
true.
being, Drendeldrang promises the ghoul that he will ensure his story is told in some safe way and protect him until the time comes. And you, well, you did everything you were supposed to. The deed means the Playhouse goblins have a good chance of winning true legal control over their home and the surrounding neighborhood. And anything that could have come up out of the darkness was dealt with. Who knows what...
I am going to mention the fucking temple to Dagon to Double D. And just like, hey, you said about history?
Interesting. Maybe we'll bring some people down there. But to be fair, there's temples to Demon Lords under Absalom are a dime a dozen.
That doesn't surprise me about this city.
It's a fucked up place, that's for damn sure. Now, you've done very well, and I think you've earned a rest. But unfortunately, you're not going to get one.
Thanks.
Yes, while you were down there, I got word from Zartadrel Neen. The mission has been given a go. You, my friends, are headed to Nex.
Do you at least want to give me a healing potion while you're here? Show us some love?
You're in the Grand Lodge. There's plenty of healers here. You're fine. You're not going to get hurt. You're going to get healed. You've already been healed before I saw you. But it seems your friend the Skull might not have been just a wizard in Nex. It seems she might be the Archlord who never was.
Title card.
Next time. Which is the name of the next scenario.
Okay.
And we will see you in the city of Quantium, the great wizard metropolis, where the towers fly and the fountains are alive.
Sounds pretty sexy.
See you next time in the year of boundless wonder.
Hi, it's August, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on your podcast platform of choice, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about us using the FTLcast hashtag. We are also part of a nonprofit podcasting guild called Standing Stones Productions. We do a variety of shows, including The Room Where It Happened and Dumb Kids Playing Hero, 2 actual play shows, and a Steven Universe discussion podcast called Gay Space Rocks. We also do live streams at twitch.tv/standingstonesprod. You can keep up with everything that we do on Twitter at stones_standing. Unfortunately, Standing Stones was already taken. Your support means a lot. Thanks again!